Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we've got some more lovely official reveals from, well, that new Destined Rivals set. And look, yesterday I showed you Porygon. That was my reveal. I was delighted. The whole Porygon line, obviously, if you've not checked that video out, please do. Because I worked hard on it, and I like talking about Porygon cards. But today, there's some other people who have gone and done some reveals, and those are ones we need to be having a little bit of a look at. Sound like a plan? Excellent. Starting off with Video Game Chronicle, or VideoGamesChronicle.com, who have revealed the best card in the set. It's Misty Psyduck. Come on. I mean, I've said this before. I think this might be, aesthetically speaking, my favourite Pokemon card ever. And no, I don't think I'm exaggerating. And you all got to bear in mind how long I've been around in this game. And how I've dug back into the history. I was around when base set came out. And even the years where I wasn't quite as active in the TCG space, I've gone back and I've done my research and I've done my learning. And I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, I am not speaking flippantly here. This is probably my favourite looking card ever. I cannot say enough good things about it. Also worth pointing out that the regular version of this has been revealed by the lovely May Plays TV. I love May. May is awesome. So yeah, now we got both versions of it, and that's rather lovely. What does Misty Psyduck do? Well, we've got the ability Flustered Leap. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may discard the bottom card of your deck, then discard all cards from this Pokemon, and put this Pokemon on top of your deck. So essentially, you can just bench it, and then discard the bottom card of your deck to put this on top of your deck. It sounds weird. It does sound weird. It sounds like an unusual kind of card, which doesn't make a lot of sense. And out of context, no, it doesn't make a lot of sense. The good news is, thanks to the lovely folks at Video Games Chronicle, we do have the context and it does make sense. Because we've got Misty's Gyarados. Free energy 120, nobody cares, but single water energy. Discard the top 7 cards of your deck. And this attack does 70 damage for each Misty's Pokemon that you discarded in this way. Now, if you were to hit 7 Misty's Pokemon, you would in fact hit 490 damage. Huge amount of damage. Frankly, a pointlessly large amount of damage. You don't need to do that much damage. Realistically, if you hit 5, you do 350, and that's enough to KO anything. A lot of the time, 4 to hit 280 is going to be fine. And essentially what you do here is you put Psyduck on top of your deck to guarantee 1, 2, 3, or 4 hits. And then you're not trying to hit, say, 2 Pokemon from the top 7 cards of your deck. You're trying to hit 1 Pokemon from the top 6, as an example. Which makes things a lot easier than they were before. This is fun. Is it a bit gimmicky? Yes, it is entirely gimmicky. And I don't really care. This seems very, very fun. If we have a look at what's happened over in Japan, this has not set the competitive world on fire, but you've got the possibility here for as much damage. It's not infinite damage, but it's as much damage as you would ever need to do. Add that all up here, and we are looking quite tidy indeed. We have also seen the Magikarp. It's got 30 HP, which is obviously garbage. But while it's on your bench, you prevent all damage from and effective attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Now, this isn't perfect, because say, for instance, Monkey Dory moving 3 damage counters with an ability, that will work. And it will take out Magikarp. And that's not ideal. But it's still giving you a decent level of protection, especially in the first couple of turns where it's hard to get things like Monkey Dory really rolling consistently. It's not great, but it at least gives you something. And it is worth pointing out here, remember that Misty's Gyarados only evolves from Misty's Magikarp. It does not evolve from regular Magikarp. The trainer's Pokemon only evolve from the relevant trainer's Pokemon. That is an important thing to bear in mind. We like the Misty's cards. These are cool. There's actually another Stage 1 line we need to have a little bit of a look at, and that is, of course, Staryu. Well, Starmie, really. Staryu and Starmie. Staryu, single energy, 20 damage plus paralysis. Fine, not particularly great. But Misty Starmie, single energy, 60 damage, abrupt flash. If this Pokemon evolved from Misty Staryu during this turn, it does 80 more damage, which is 140 total. And if you're going to be playing a Misty's deck, this is actually wonderful. Because what this does really, really nicely is it gives you a reliable, no mucking about way to do decent damage, to take out single prize Pokemon or Pokemon that are weak, etc. This is not going to reach up and start KOing Stage 2 EXs. I suppose it could if they're weak, but otherwise it's not going to happen. That's not the point. The point is here that what you are doing is you're hitting a decent, reliable amount of damage to go and take out those Pokemon that you don't need to Gyarados. Gyarados is your big beat stick. Starmie is your, let's not bother Gyarados, he's had a busy day, he's tired, bless him, we can deal with this kind of attack. Much lower damage output, but just evolve up into a Stage 1, attach a single energy and go, and that will, against a lot of decks, be enough. So Video Games Chronicle have gone and shown us a bunch of Misty cards. I am delighted. Seriously, that Okacheke Psyduck, I cannot tell you enough how much I love this card. But the Daily Star, of all places, has gone and given us the official reveal of Ethan's Pichu. Which is rather lovely. They're actually revealing a couple of cards here. They've also shown us the full art of Ethan's adventure. So we've got a couple of reveals here from the Daily Star. Now, Ethan's Pichu actually legitimately quite good. It's a baby Pokemon, so you're talking 30 HP, which is terrible, but at least you got free retreat. But for no energy, 30 damage and you draw a card. Now, there's several things that are good about this. Firstly, the free retreat is a nice bonus. Secondly, the fact that it's for 0 energy is actually brilliant, because it means you can use your energy attachment for the turn to retreat whatever's in the active, so you can put Ethan's Pichu active and then still use the attack. But really, this just takes out Badoo and draws a card. If your opponent's doing that super annoying thing where they put Badoo active and just use Itchy Pollen to stop you playing item cards for turn after turn after turn, then what you do here is you just get Pichu. And you whack Pichu active, and you do 30 damage, which KOs Badoo, and you draw a card. Yes, you will probably get KO'd in return. Yes, you'll be giving up a prize to do this, but you're taking a prize and drawing a card and getting access to your items again. So you know what? This seems pretty cool. Perfect? No. Gonna give up a prize? Yes. Very useful if your opponent's trying to be annoying with Badoo? Oh, absolutely it is. We've then got Ethan's Adventure, which is a supporter card. This is the full art version, not special illustration rare. This is a full art. And you search your deck for up to 3 in any combination of Ethan's Pokemon and basic fire energy, reveal them, whack them in your hand, shuffle your deck. Cool. Decent little card. If you're playing an Ethan's deck, this one is going to come in handy. So we've talked about some Misty, we've talked about some Ethan. Let's finish off having a look at some Cynthia stuff from GameReactor.eu. And they've gone and shown us some Cynthia stuff. We got ourselves, well, we got Cynthia's Roselia, we've got Cynthia's Roserade, and we've got the illustration rare of Cynthia's Roserade. And these are cool. I mean, look, Cynthia's Roserade's got the ability Cheer On to Glory. It says attacks used by your Cynthia's Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Oh, Yeah. That seems pretty good, if I'm going to be honest with you. And honestly, over in Japan right now, we have a look at Cynthia's decks, which are doing all right. They are playing this. This is something which absolutely is seeing play. So it's a cool card. And obviously, the illustration rare here. I mean, come on. We've got Cynthia, and that alone is going to make it very popular. This is going to be one that is very sought after. A lot of people are going to be loving it. And it is a viable card that is seeing play over in Japan. You add all of that up together, and we end up with, frankly, a very cool little card. The illustration rare is obviously stunning. The other two are fine. But anytime you get that combination of playable card and very pretty card, I think a lot of people in the Pokemon community are going to be a little bit excited about it. So there we go. Those are the new reveals. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these cards. Tell me which ones you're excited to play with. Tell me if you think I'm being silly when I say that Psyduck might be the best looking Pokemon card we've ever seen. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Danger Morales, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.